Self-help never fails to disappoint me with how low they can fall, with how useless they can be. Now, I'm sure that many people have improved their lives in some regards, but I'm here to argue that self help as a movement, as a genre, as a thing, uh, as information, it cannot help you in the way you think it can. It really cannot inform you, really can't inform people on how to help themselves. Okay, what are you gonna do? Tell people drugs are bad, alcohol is bad? Like, what exactly are you gonna tell people? Okay, what morning routine to have? Okay, that's useless. That's a waste of time. At most, you can inspire people, right? I actually think David Goggins stands out as someone who is not trying to preach discipline. He's living it. He is the living embodiment of discipline. Uh, now that's I have a lot of things to say about discipline. I think it's more complex than just overturning your wills. Your wills are part of you, so it's kind of like a master-slave relationship where you are both the master and the slave. So what really is discipline? But let's not get off topic. Why does self-help always seem to fail and disappoint and dissolute? You can't teach a mindset. You can only really show a mindset. You can only really inspire mindset. Okay, and mindset, it really is the cornerstone of um of self improvement and self betterment. Okay, why? Because you can't give people a list, a step by step a guide on how to earn more money or become a better person. That's why we invented morals. Morals are guidelines, they're general rules that will work in most situations. Hopefully, hopefully, right? Generally speaking, it's best to not lie because, keeping up with a giant web of lies will eventually result in your loss. Mindset is really, right, it's really an attitude. That's what you have to teach people. Attitude, a mindset, right? Self respect, really a kind of self respect that allows people to live their own lives according to themselves and to do what they want to do, regardless of this weird guilt consciousness, this weird these fake limits that are holding them back, right? It's not about teaching people step by step where to go, what to do, because you can't teach people that. People have different goals. Okay, think about Napoleon. What does Napoleon do, right? Where did Napoleon learn how to be Napoleon? Can Napoleon teach you how to be Napoleon? Can Napoleon write a book? Hey, here's how to be Napoleon in 5 easy steps. Right? You can't, okay? He is a genius of warfare. It's called Napoleonic warfare for a reason, right? It's literally called Napoleonic warfare because he invented an entire new defining style of warfare for his entire era. And he was going up against literally all of Europe. basically single-handedly. I mean, he had an army. He was outnumbered. He went further than any other, you know, Caesar or Alexander the Great. It's actually just insane, right? But can he, teach you how to be like him? No. Like, if you want to be great, if you want to be the GOAT, you already know. You honestly, everyone already knows what they have to do, right? They just don't want to do it, right? We live in the age of information. It's not like it's hard to look up how to start a business, from a legal point of view, how to actually physically start a business, legally start a business in your country, and what laws apply, what are the tax brackets, and so on and so forth. Right? You can look that up. You can know. No one needs to tell you. Okay, in college. Okay, college is a very controversial topic because most, I don't know, gurus, they seem to tell people, hey, don't go to college. It's a waste of money. Just start your own business or whatever. Like, people have different wants and desires and goals, and sometimes you do need a degree. And here in Europe, it's dirt cheap, basically. It's basically dirt cheap. Now, that comes at a cost of taxes, but hey, right, it's not a bajillion dollars in a loan that has interest and will be passed down to your children even if you die. Right? It's not that bad here. Although you do have more money in America, so kind of evens itself out a little bit. But still, right? Some people they need to follow a career path because they want to follow a career path. Okay, not everything is about earning X amount of money, right? Some people, they just want to be the best at their career. Now, other people, they want to build something from the ground up. They want to be leaders. And maybe they're natural leaders. Maybe they're not. Doesn't matter. They have that wanted desire, and you can't fake that. You can't replace that. Okay, there is no universal advice. This is what I'm getting at. Even, for example, partying. Partying is often hailed as this degenerate act, I guess. This hedonistic, useless, self-gratifying act, amongst these gurus, these self-improvement gurus. And look, um, maybe if you're a jock, you're a natural, I guess, social, extroverted, outgoing person, and you easily lend yourself to those kinds of situations, and maybe, yeah, it's probably just the vice for you. But if you're always inside, you're always, stuck in your Discord calls and your video games, whatever, keeping to yourself and keeping to your small circle, not really going out, and you're already the intellectual type, that's when maybe you should consider getting a sport, getting maybe into the gym, maybe start going out more, maybe start partying, maybe it will be actually the thing you need, right? There's no universal advice. You got to do what's best for you, right? I know that it made my life better, to be honest, because I was just so socially awkward that it was painful, honestly painful to watch, painful to be around, and yeah, it's better now, thank God. And finally, inspiration, right? You have to take inspiration from people, right? Like, you have to look up to these heroes, these idols, to these great men of history as inspiration. Because look, it's not in the book that you're gonna learn, and it's not about, like, you're not gonna read the history of Alexander the Great and his These war tactics that you're gonna be like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna flank, in like you're actually gonna do Napoleonic warfare in real life. Like, no, that's not what you're gonna take away from them. You're gonna take away the inspiration, the mentality, the relentlessness that these, great people had. Right? That's what you really need to learn. And even more important than that, you need to go out there and apply it because it's really only from living that you learn. Right? You can read something a thousand times and not really understand. Like you can know without understanding or really knowing. Like you can just, you can know that action is important, that, information can lead to anxiety and overthinking, but you can spend years without really clicking it, without really understanding why. And until you've gone out there and you've done it and seen the difference, now, now it clicks, now it makes sense, okay? Right? And maybe one day, you will be able to be that person, that great person that leads by example, right? And doesn't follow anyone, doesn't, try to, get these tips, these secrets, this nonsense that doesn't even exist, right? Like cold showers, like I like cold showers, but not when you market them like you make them out to be this thing. It's like no, they're just cool because they were cool, right? That you can come to that conclusion by yourself. Like you don't, like I don't care about the inflammation. I don't care about this or that. It's cool because it's cool. And I like it because I like it. You don't need to convince me to do it. And you don't need to tell me what to do. I can figure it out by myself. Okay, and if you can't teach yourself, there's no point in learning. Literally, there's no point in reading all these books and just being inundated in jargon if you can't figure yourself and your life out. Okay? That's the message for today. Goodbye.